Well, hello there, and welcome to the break room. I hope that your day has gone well and you had a wonderful weekend. So, listen, you know how we always start things. We have some thought provoking questions. So, my first question for you is: have you ever said to yourself, if I could just have some work life balance, my life would be much better? Have you said that one? Or have you either said, work life balance, is it a thing? Is it such a thing as work life balance? All right. Well, I'm glad that you asked those questions, and we're going to get into it in just a moment as we talk about work life harmony as a multi passionate nurse. So, again, welcome to the break room. This is your self care safe space where you can escape from the day to day task and you can recharge and refresh and return to those tasks. In the break room, it's only like 10 or 15 minutes. So, this is a quick but powerful time for us to have conversation. And I am Deetra Dennis. I am the self care coach for nurses, and I empower multi passionate nurses to prioritize the care of their MVP. Yes, you, so that you can show up as the best version of yourself and impact the well being of those assigned to your care. So, again, thank you so much for tuning in. If you are viewing via YouTube, LinkedIn, or Facebook, again, thank you so much for tuning in. If you're on YouTube, I invite you to become a part of the family. Come on and join us and subscribe to the channel. And for everyone on each platform, if you would like the video and share it with someone else. And again, in the break room, we have conversations. So go ahead. Our virtual conversation is via the chat or the comment section. So I would love to hear feedback from you in the comment section, and we can have a little dialogue in the comments. So, that's a little housekeeping there. So again, we're talking about today work-life harmony as a multi-passionate nurse. Okay, so let's go back a little bit to the fundamentals of nursing. So, in fundamentals of nursing, we talked about homeostasis, right? Which is the state of balance among all the body systems needed for the body to survive and function correctly. Remember that? Homeostasis. And so when you think of that in the sense of it, is truly all things equal, right? And I'm going somewhere, just hanging there with me. And so it's like one is not stronger or greater than the other. And in the body, whenever there is not homeostasis, it puts you at risk for disorder or dis-ease. So again, homeostasis is all things equal. But when you think about work-life balance, many times you're not able to give equal time to work and life. Do you agree with me on that? And so, or you may feel as though you have to choose one over the other. And so, what I want to talk about for us as a multi passionate nurse, because again, it doesn't stop for us with just a career, because, it extends to us being in the community, serving there, as well as for those who are connected to us, be it our family, friends, or our faith community, right? So, that work-life balance, can we strike a work-life balance or find work-life balance? Is it even possible? So I want us to, one of the things that come to mind, and I'll get to this other part next, but I remember when I left the bedside and was looking for more of an administrative role, I looked for an employer that had a work-life balance culture. I did. And I also wanted to know if they had, the benefits of flexible hours or flexible schedules or work from home, and had the personal days, how many personal days, how many holidays, that you would have. And so I looked for those things. But what I realized is that really wasn't the thing. Raise your hand or put it, you can't raise your hand, or you can use the hand emoji, or, type in the chat, yes, you thought the same way, or you looked for the same things. And so, again, what I realized, I had to take back that power and the responsibility to create my own balance, right? And so this required reframing my way of thinking and truly thinking of it as a work life harmony. And what harmony does, it helps you to direct your focus and your time and your presence. We've talked about that, being fully present where it is needed most and at the moment that is needed most, right? Because when you're at work, you want to be fully present and give your all there. When you're with your in the community serving, you want to be all there. And then as well as with those you're connected, you want to be fully present and providing and giving all of that focus and attention and energy there, right? So that is the work-life harmony that I am referencing when I say that. And so when you do that, you can develop those self-care habits. And remember when we talked about in the video, self-care, the full circle way, we talked about habit stacking. And that was a way to help you find joy in having and adopting and practicing those self-care habits. And I will leave the link to that video below. Okay, so you can have that. And if you want to look at that later. But again, with that, and listen, as I was preparing for this, the song that came to mind, you all know, if you've been here anytime, you know that I love music. And if you're new, listen, I love music. Just letting you know, love music. So the song that came to mind, the lyric of this song, Ebony and Ivory, by Paul McCartney and Stevie Wonder. The lyric is said, it's Ebony and Ivory living in perfect harmony. And that is, I feel, that's what I was after, having harmony rather than balance, because, we may not be able to achieve that work-life balance with things being equal, okay? So I just wanted to share that with you. And so as we think about, as a result of work-life harmony as a multi-passionate nurse, there are 3 benefits that I want to share with you that comes along with having work-life harmony. Number 1, it reduces burnout. And we know burnout, and we've talked about that some time ago about burnout. It's the prolonged stress. That is what leads to burnout. And so what happens is, you have those feelings and you lose your motivation, you kind of lose your identity when you are in a state of burnout. And so this, by having work-life harmony, it allows you to minimize those things as it relates to burnout. And when you're in burnout, it kind of reduces or decreases your performance, right? So again, by having that work-life harmony, you can minimize the burnout. Number 2, you have more fulfillment. It is so important. I don't know about you, but for me, it's so important to have fulfillment or be fulfilled in everything that I do. And so when you have work-life harmony, it helps you to enjoy life more. You're able to spend time and connect with those people and activities that matter to you. So it's like a well-rounded life of fulfillment or being fulfilled. So that, by having the work-life harmony, you have that. And the last one is improved well-being, which matters so much. Reducing the stress helps you feel better in every area of your life, emotionally, mentally, physically, and spiritually, which is so, so, so important. So it reduced the overwhelm, because listen, I know when I was at that point of burnout, I was exhausted, I was overwhelmed and was overworked, all of those things. But when I was able to create for myself, that work-life harmony, it was just overall well-being for me, and I'm continuing to live in that even now. So those are the three benefits of having work-life harmony. So again, the first one, it reduced the burnout. Second, you have more fulfillment. And lastly, it improves your well-being. And might I say, your overall well-being. So I would love to hear from you. What have you done, or how have you created work-life harmony, and what were the benefits that you experienced when you had that work-life harmony? And so thank you so much for tuning in today. I really appreciate it. And I know that you found value in what we talked about here in the break room. So feel free to share it with someone else. Sharing is caring. And when we have something that's good, we tell another person, tell a friend to tell a friend. Okay. How about that? And I always like to end with a quote. So, work-life harmony is not an entitlement or a benefit. Your employer cannot give it to you. You must take your power back and create work-life harmony for yourself. All right. So until next time, I wish you a wonderful week and see you